What is up? You are watching another episode of LaxFactor Lacrosse Film Review. And in this episode, we are going to take a look at face-offs and more specifically, goals being scored off face-offs, not necessarily the face-off man scoring the goals, although we'll have a lot of those also. But we'll really get into just goals being scored off the transition that's created and that surrounds the face-off game overall. So we'll get right to it. This is going to be your classic face-off man scoring an easy goal. And what you always see in these scenarios is that the help doesn't come. So right here, I presume this should have been the man to come and stop ball. It looks like we've kind of got an attack group where this is probably the point man in this case here. We'll get out of here and we'll watch. Nobody stops ball. They should have. Someone should have stepped up and popped him. And it could have been either one of these two. You know, we have an attackman up here and we have an attackman up here. So either one of these poles, they just had to say, I'm going and communicate it. And this could have been prevented. Nope. Neither of them go. He runs literally right down the middle of the field. Stuffs it. So it gets no easier than that. Here is an example of just a quick face-off win. Excellent ground ball right there. I don't know if you caught that. Rewind it if you didn't, but that was just an excellent ground ball. He was getting beat on and still picked that up. Kept his head up. Nobody stops because none of these defenders here, all these guys that are watching. He's just trying to dive and save any way he can. None of them thought he was going to end up with the ball. That is just a beautiful goal. And obviously a reason it just proves, stop the ball. Somebody has to stop the ball. And here's another one where they're not going to stop the ball. And once again, I'm pretty sure when poles see guys being chased, these guys are often unsure what they're supposed to do. So you're going to see they're hoping and just thinking that at some point he's going to drop that ball there. He doesn't. They don't converge. It's too late. And he buries it. You got to stop the ball. Going to see another quick pinch. Pop. Nobody stops him. Once again, I mean, by the time your guy gets here, this has to be his problem. This guy has to come up and stop ball. I don't know what they're thinking. Once again, these guys are down low, so he is the point man. Maybe this was, they said, let the face-off man run down and see what he does. And then you can see what this guy was no help. This should not have been the man to go because now if he did feed this guy, feeds him, and now he's got a laser shot. If he had fed this guy, if this guy had gone, then this guy still gets to go. So that was a poor communication by the defense. I believe this was the man that should have been the hot call. He should have gone and stopped ball. Doesn't matter. Nobody went in time. Face-off man scores. Let's watch the replay. You see nobody commits. Goal. It's that easy. It really is. If they don't stop you, run down the middle of Main Street and score yourself a damn goal. Duke is really good at this. We're going to see a quick face-off win. Now peep the face-off man. Head is up. You see, he's already looking. He saw this streaking player heading this way, and he's going to hit him. Beautiful. Now what's his pole going to do? And from an offensive standpoint, once again, Pole has identified who the point man is. This is the one slide here. His job is to come and stop ball. Once this guy commits, and we used to tell players, here is a line. All right, once you get this guy to commit where he is definitely heading towards that line, that's when you ding it over to the attackman over here. This is the 2 slide right now. After the point man goes, this guy's responsibility is going to be to come up and cover this attackman. And then you can see there's a pole here. He is the 3. His responsibility is going to be to get across the field and stop this attackman from scoring. So that's, as a defensive team, what you want to try to do is force the 1 and the 2 pass. So this will be the first pass. This would be the second pass. And if you can get the ball down to this guy, you're doing a pretty good job. This guy might not always get down there, but once again, it's all about trying to make them make one more pass. Each time you do that, that increases the chance they screw the pooch. So boom. Now he's got the ball. So what we see, this slide, that was the 2 slide. He's properly up here. But right away, and I used to tell our point men, as soon as you catch the ball up here, if you have gotten this guy to get to you, don't even think about it. Just get the ball down to here. And you see that's what Duke does here. He catches it. He doesn't wait. So that way, this guy can get the ball now. I think that's Robertson, can get the ball and let that rip right away. There's no chance for this man to get across and break down before he gets it off because the point man immediately pumped the ball down to the finisher down on his left. Easy goal. Now, this is a great example of a full-blown traditional fast break that's going to run all the way down to one of the shooting attackmen who's then going to pop it back out to the trailing face-off man. So, quick, easy, pinch pop. So what you're trying to see here, we're going to watch this all the way down because Virginia defends this well, and then Syracuse executes it perfectly. You're going to see the point man is going to commit and come up and try to take the face-off man. He's then going to bang it to Solomon right here. All right, now Solomon has the ball. What's happening off screen already is the defender that's guarding the attackman down here, he's now breaking up to get to Solomon, and the defender that was guarding the attackman off screen down here is starting his way across the crease. They're going to cover this that deep. You're going to see defender forces Solomon to give the ball up. This defender perfectly gets across the crease. This midfielder is going to crash to take away the backside. So Virginia covered this perfectly. They're forcing as many passes as part of this break as they can. Boom, we've got that covered. You're going to see now he's got nothing. This midfielder's down here already taken away the attackman down here low. So what you're going to see is this attackman, we used to do this in practice. If the defense could cover it that far, you'd always just try to bang it back out to the trailer. And that's the midfielder. What went wrong was both of these guys came down to try to cover this attackman, and only this midfielder was. This defender here should have stayed on his man and continued to cover the face-off man. Boom. Face-off man, shot, score. Let's see it from another angle here. Pinch, pop. Draws the point man. Gets it up. He draws the next man down the line. And the next man down the line got there. Now you can see this is where they went wrong. We've already got a guy here, and we've got a guy here. So two men are going to pursue this low side attackman, leaving the middle of the field open. Throws it up. Score. That is a textbook fast break all the way through to the goal. That is actually incredible defense all the way through to the goal. They forced as many passes as they could. They have one guy screw up and he goes where he shouldn't, which could have prevented this, but still, as a defensive coach, you're happy that they forced 3, 4, 5 passes on that quick little transitional possession right there. And here is an example of why, as an attackman, you want to always be ready to let it rip. We're going to see a quick little face-off win here. Ball's heading downfield, and you see the defenders are now starting to rotate. This midfielder here properly sees it. He could go over here, but as you see, this guy's covered. Where he has the most space is he's got both. I used to tell our players as the point man, where are the defenders in terms of the pipe? So right now, he's got 3 defenders pretty much, at mid-pipe or over on this side over here, and really nobody over here. So he properly read the defense and identifies that it's the man on his right that's open. Hits him, hands free, and he shoots right away. So in the replay, you're going to see he identifies that the defenders are out of position. We've got a pull here, a pull here. So he has an easy pass down to this guy. You see his stick is being presented. He's got his stick up. He's got his feet planted. He is ready to let this rip. Catch, shoot, score. Very, very textbook. You just catch the ball, shoot the ball. He puts the ball low, kind of changes the elevation of the shot. He shoots it kind of from a 3/4 range and puts it down, down somewhere near the goalie's knees. So that's an excellent shot on a quick, fast break. On this one, you're going to see long pole, and you're going to see the long pole give it up on the break, and this is going to be a beautiful thing to watch. So here we go. Routine face-off. Ball spits out. Pole picks it up. Now, here we go. What is this guy supposed to do? He is supposed to try to draw this man, and he's going to do that. He's got to be wary. When you're running down the field with your pole, always be aware. Someone's trying to chase you, and you can see as he's running, he's trying to keep his stick in front of him away from the guy in pursuit while watching to see what this guy does. So let's watch this pan out. Perfect. Give up. And then that attack, that's a Laviano, just buries that. And in this one, we're going to see the midfielder bringing the ball up. We're going to see him, I believe, choose wrong, but it's not going to matter. And this is why just making a decision one way or the other and getting the ball to your attackman is more important than anything else. So let's see the face-off win real quick here. Here we go. The pole's hung up. Throws that over the top beautifully. So right here, we're going to watch. Technically, I believe this was the point man. Well, he's the point man. I mean, they have two of them, but this is the guy that goes. He technically should have popped that ball right down to here, and then Laviano would have brought it in and then would have dinged this guy here. He doesn't do that. You're going to see him huff this across the way. And this is where, in the end, as long as you get the pass to the attackman, let them do the work. Kraus gets this ball, and he immediately one-times this across the way over to Laviano because this midfielder had drawn both guys. Goal. So you can see there, he definitely gave the ball up to the wrong guy there, but it didn't matter because getting it to the attackman in that case is better than not getting it to the attackman. The attackman, once you get it in their hands, let them try to make something happen. Just focus on getting that first pass to them, even if you choose wrong. Now let's watch this replay from a different angle, see if this supports my assertion that he chose wrong. Watch the pole here, though. Look at that. Keeping his head up, realizing, oh, I got a guy over the top. Gives it to Aiken. So right there. Now, you could make the argument that maybe Aiken felt like it was too risky trying to throw across his body through that pole. So you did see he was looking like he did want to throw over there at first, and something caused him to turn around, whether it was just a mistake or he realizes he has a better chance of completing this pass. So when you look at it from this angle, and then you see Kraus catch it, spit that back across, and you see Laviano bury it off frame. Maybe that was by design, and he felt that was less risky, and you have to weigh that. You're gonna, as you're coming down, if you feel like you might have to throw it through the pole to get it to that point man, maybe it is better to try to throw it to the attackman down that same side. In this case, instead of throwing it across his body into that pole, he decided to throw it across to the attackman that he could see more effectively. So to each their own, but you could just see how just making sure you get it to the attackman is important. This one's going to be a better example of the transition that's created off of face-off wins. So you're seeing the moment that the face-off is won right here, and Mitty's going to pop the ball upfield. They're going to get it to the middle, and that is key. You're going to see a lot of that where one of the players will pick the ball up here. He's going to look upfield, quickly outlet it to someone here, and then we've got a 2-on-1. So it obviously makes sense. This pole's already drawn this man. Don't carry. If you're this pole, he did the perfect thing. Do not try to carry down the field further. Get the ball to the middle of the field to your mid. And here we see the fast break being played properly by the defense. This guy, he knows he's point. This guy knows what he's doing, and he knows what he's doing. So as the ball comes in here, he's going to feed this man. And perfectly, instead of just giving it up, he could have thrown it over here right away. He doesn't, though. What he does, and you'll hear your coach say this, he draws the point man. He does not give this ball up until he draws the point man. It took him kind of almost faking a shot before he finally did draw that point man. Now he's going to give it up. The defense originally was rotating properly. Point man came from here. This guy's man came up. What happened was when he thought he was going to shoot, he kind of turned around. So now he's a little bit out of position, hands free. Goal. All right, let's watch this from a different angle now. We'll get to actually see the pop. Boom, face-off is won. Gets it up. So here's the first 2-on-1. You see this pole's eyes. He's immediately looking upfield here. He knows he's drawn this guy. This guy's back is to the middle of the field. He's facing him solely. So that's where you give it up. Now we've got a fast break. Now look, he could have thrown that already. A lot of guys would have been tempted into dumping this pass off to this attackman right away. And that would have been the wrong thing to do. He hasn't drawn this defender fully yet. This defender was trying to cheat in between, and he hadn't fully sold yet. So what you see, he's going to come in. Now he's going to pull back, force that defender to come to him. You see that screws up what this guy's trying to do. Boom, hands free. Scores a goal. This is going to be a squirt through, so no one on at the face-off X or the wings wins this face-off. This is going to get pushed into an attack box. This is every attackman's dream, an easy garbage goal. You're going to see the ball get kicked out into the box. You're going to see the scrum right here. Ball is right in this area here, and you're going to see an Army attackman spit back out this way with the ball. Looked like a fart. Boom. He's got it. He's gone, and he scores. Let's see it from a different angle here. Ball gets spit out. Whoop, I got it. And he's gone. That's a goal. And this face-off is going to be a prime example of why you need to take care of the ball. We have a face-off win, okay? He's being chased. He knows he's being chased, and like any good face-off man, he wants to get the ball in the hands of better ball carriers than himself. He pops it up. Uh-oh. He was not careful. There's an attackman who was sneaking in on this pass. Boom. Catches it. Turns. Easy goal. So as a face-off man, obviously be careful with the ball. Even if you're in trouble, try to be careful with the ball. Don't just throw it away. It's better if you're getting beat on to, even if you're going to fall, try to get the penalty. Try to get a penalty call. Don't just huff the ball up in the air and hope for the best, because oftentimes you'll get the worst.